Welcome, book lovers and treasure hunters. Today we're going on an adventure through the pages of history to uncover some of the rarest, most mysterious and most expensive books ever created. From ancient manuscripts to modern limited editions, these books are so rare they might as well be unicorns. Our journey begins in the ancient world. These aren't just books, they're like portals to centuries-old knowledge. Let's dive in. First up, we have the Book of Kells, created by Celtic monks around the year 800. Not only is it dazzlingly beautiful, but it's also got a wild story. It survived Viking raids, medieval thieves, and who knows what else. If this book could talk, it would have some epic tales. Next, the Codex Leicester by none other than Leonardo da Vinci himself. This manuscript holds da Vinci's thoughts on water, astronomy, and more. Fun fact, Bill Gates bought it for a whopping $30 million in 1994, and we thought textbooks were expensive. The Gutenberg Bible, the first book ever printed on a press. Only 49 copies survive, and one is valued at over $5 million. Can you imagine reading it with a latte at your local coffee shop? Now things get a little spooky. These are the books that make you wonder. What secrets are lurking in their pages? This one's the Voynich Manuscript, and it's a total mystery. Written in a language no one can decode, with illustrations of plants that don't exist. Is it alien secret code or someone's super weird diary? And then we have the Devil's Bible, a medieval manuscript rumored to have been created with the help of the devil himself. Why? Because it's huge, has a creepy image of Satan inside, and took one night to write. Goosebumps, anyone? Even modern books can be rare. Let's look at some big-ticket, high-value novels from the last century. Harry Potter fans, rejoice! A first edition of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone is worth over $100,000. Imagine if you spilled coffee on that. A first edition of The Great Gatsby, with its original dust jacket, is worth close to $500,000. Gatsby himself would definitely approve. Party like it's 1925. Did you know some rare books have been saved from decay by bookworms? Yup, real bugs. Weirdly enough, sometimes the bugs help preserve them. I guess we can say thank you, bugs. Let's take a look at some rare religious texts that are as valuable as they are revered. The Bay Psalm book was the first book printed in America back in 1640. Only 11 copies exist, and one sold for $14 million. Who knew Psalms could be so pricey? The Dead Sea Scrolls, discovered in caves by a shepherd boy, contain some of the oldest copies of biblical texts. Priceless? Absolutely. Plus, the scrolls come with a side of mystery and intrigue. And now for some wild and wacky rare books that prove people will collect anything. Rowling wrote just 7 handwritten copies of the Tales of Beedle the Bard. One sold for $3.9 million. Imagine owning a 1 of 7 book in the world. Superman fans, this one's for you. Action Comics #1, the comic book that introduced Superman, is worth up to $3 million. Why read about a superhero when you could be one by owning this book? Our next stop, books that changed science. These books aren't just valuable, they're filled with discoveries that changed how we understand the world. Charles Darwin's On the Origin of Species laid the foundation for evolutionary biology. A first edition sells for over $500,000. That's a high price for some survival of the fittest. Newton's Principia Mathematica is one of the most important scientific works ever. It's so rare that when a first edition came up for auction, it sold for nearly $4 million. Gravity's got some serious value. These rare books capture the history of entire nations and cultures. They've witnessed wars, revolutions, and more. Talk about being part of history. Following the Gutenberg Bible, we have the Gutenberg Psalter, another early printing press marvel. With beautiful illuminated letters and designs, it's considered one of the finest early printed books. These days it's worth millions, calling all Shakespeare fans. The first folio, published in 1623, is the first collection of Shakespeare's works. Without it, we'd have lost many of his plays. Copies are worth around $10 million. To buy or not to buy? These books are spiritual relics, often considered priceless by religious communities and historians alike. Dating back to 868 AD, the Diamond Sutra is the oldest surviving printed book in the world. It's a sacred Buddhist text, and because of its age and religious importance, it's truly priceless. One of the first books printed in Hebrew on the Gutenberg press, this Torah, is treasured for its cultural and historical value. Talk about a piece of history. Some rare books are so mysterious, they sound like they belong in a fantasy novel. Let's dive into some unexplained wonders. The Ripley Scroll is an illustrated alchemical manuscript, rumored to contain the secrets of the Philosopher's Stone. It's been a mystery for centuries, and a scroll sold for over $100,000. Real-life Hogwarts vibes. The Rohank Codex is another undeciphered manuscript. Written in an unknown language, it's baffled historians for ages. No one knows if it's a religious text, an elaborate hoax, or something else entirely. Our final chapter celebrates books that are more than just words, they're works of art. Let's check out some visually stunning rarities. John Audubon's The Birds of America is a huge, beautifully illustrated book showing all kinds of birds. It's as big as a coffee table and has sold for over $11 million, probably more expensive than any pet bird. The Kelmscott Chaucer, printed by William Morris in 1896, is often called the most beautiful book ever published. Its intricate designs and craftsmanship make it an art piece, with prices reaching over $200,000. And there you have it, rare books that will blow your mind. Which one would you want in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more awesome content about the world's rarest and coolest treasures. Thanks for watching, and see you next time, book lovers.